Omanye, the Royal Kingdom. Good afternoon, everyone. Many of you would have noticed I am not, in fact, the Queen. I am her son. I was sent here to represent her, as unfortunately she was not able to make it. Now, to start, I have to pay my respects to Mr. Mayor, Mr. Deputy Mayor, Your Royal Highness, distinguished members of Parliament, honorable dignitaries, and ladies and gentlemen. It is with profound gratitude and honor that I stand here before you on this extraordinary occasion, a weekend that unites visionaries, royals, and public stewards in a shared purpose, the advancement of Africa's promise. On behalf of Her Royal Majesty Queen Bikilexter, I extend her deepest regrets for being unable to join us this evening due to extenuating circumstances. She sends her blessings, confidence, and affection to all gathered here in the pursuit of progress, dignity, and unity. Africa today is not merely a continent of potential. It is a continent of motion. Across her cities and coasts, from Yaoundé to Accra, from Lagos to Nairobi, we see not only the echoes of what was, but the resurgence of what will be. The era of passive hope is behind us. The age of active building has begun. We gather here under the noble banner of the Africa Development Network to reaffirm a truth that must never be forgotten again. Africa does not need pity, it needs partnership. True investment is not merely a transaction, it's a covenant. A wise delegate from the Cameroonian team said something that resonated strongly with me. He said, Africa is a king that has lost his crown. This weekend is a recognition that it is time to restore Africa's honor, and that with prosperity shared is prosperity secured. As a son of Africa and a future custodian of a new generation's vision, I believe our continent's destiny is not to imitate, but to innovate, not to follow, but to build efficiencies in which we have expertise where we can lead. The wealth of our soil, the intellect of our youth, and the resilience of our people that are raw materials of a renaissance no force on earth can deny. I had the privilege of spending a few moments with Honorable Mr. Alvin, Mayor Sutcliffe, and the Deputy Mayor Hill. In these few moments, I gained a renewed inspiration for the direction that bilateral relations are headed towards, with civic stewardship that is respectful, actionable, and sustainably tailored to each community. Beyond the scope of just blanket foreign aid, but now bilateral partnerships founded on mutual respect and cooperation. I thank you all for your contributions to our bilateral success. We must build institutions that last longer than our lifetimes. Financial institutions that empower, infrastructure that endures, and governance that elevates. Every dollar invested in Africa must yield not only profit, but purpose. Each project must honor the dignity of our people bilaterally. However, as our cultures intertwine, we witness the profound resurgence of traditional leadership as a cornerstone of identity and guidance. To our esteemed delegates from the Cameroonian team and the Kingdoms of Cameroon, I extend my deepest gratitude. Together, as custodians of heritage and custodians of culture, we bear the sacred duty to ensure that even as we advance towards unity and modern progress, we preserve the ancestral wisdom and dignity that has sustained our people for generations. May our collaboration not only safeguard what is ancient and noble, but also illuminate a path for our people, one that harmoniously embraces the beauty of our traditions, while adapting with grace to the rhythms of a changing world. To our friends, partners in Canada and beyond, this is the moment to invest, not only in Africa's markets, but in her mission. to invest in clean energy, infrastructure, education, in digital transformation, in young minds who will one day stand where we now stand, shaping history rather than reacting to it. Africa is rising, and her rise will be defined not by charity, but by character. Not by extraction alone, but by creation. Not by dependency, but by bilateral cooperation with partners like the Government of Canada. So let us together chart a new path of royals, statesmen, entrepreneurs, and innovators. One that honors the past, empowers the present, and secures the future. May the spirit of unity that brings us here this evening keep us together and continue to guide us to building a more prosperous, more dignified, and more peaceful world, with Africa eventually standing proudly at the table as equals. Thank you. May God bless Canada, may God bless Africa, may God bless ADN, and may God bless all who labor for our best.